Hello and welcome to the National Science Learning Centre. This is our second chemistry demonstration in our Christmas theme. Our Christmas theme is Santa Claus is coming to town, and our first demonstration was the endothermic reaction, which set the scene, which got ourselves cold, our ice forming. Our second demonstration is called the Northern Lights, and the Northern Lights, which is the one we're doing in this video, is a really nice displacement reaction using copper and aluminium, and creates basically the Northern Lights in a conical flask. So we'll get some nice green wispy flames. Now, for our chemistry Christmas demonstration theme, we're doing Santa Claus is coming to town. So this is about his journey to your house. So when you're doing this lecture to pupils, it's about the journey of Santa Claus to their house for Christmas to deliver their presents, if they're good, of course. Now, with this demonstration, we're getting the Northern Lights going. So the Northern Lights are there to show Santa Claus the way, to shed light on his journey. Without them, he might get lost in the dark. So that's the premise for this demonstration, and to wrap it into our Christmas lecture. Now, just to reiterate, the idea behind these demonstrations and linking them together is to hopefully make them have a sort of a meaning, collect them together to create a story, and hopefully with a chemistry lecture towards the end of the term, create something that's really engaging and interesting for pupils to look at and think about and get them engaged in the science behind it. So if we look at our Northern Lights demo, this is the setup we have. We have some heat-proof mats and a safety screen. Now, if you're doing this to an audience and the audience needs to be about 3 meters away, you do need a safety screen on each side. So one for you as the presenter and one in between the demonstration and the audience. We also have a conical flask, around 6 grams of copper 2 chloride, 200 mils of water, a measuring cylinder, some conch hydrochloric acid, and some splints and matches to light our Northern Lights, and some aluminium foil. So they're all the different bits you need for this demonstration. Now, this is, as I said, a really nice displacement reaction. Very, very simple, but hopefully will have quite a wow effect. And again, it's about, for our context, lighting the path for Santa Claus to come to us. So, what we're going to do, we're going to take our conical flask and add to the conical flask 200 mils of water, distilled water, like so. And then we're going to take our hydrochloric acid and add 20 mil of hydrochloric acid into our water. And again, remember, this is conch hydrochloric acid. And pour that in. Just remembering, of course, to always add our acid to our water. Then we add our copper 2 chloride, like so. Just give that a stir. So we're just giving it a swirl just to dissolve that copper 2 chloride. Now, we have here our aluminium foil. We're going to scrunch it into little balls. Like so. And then I'm going to put my conical flask onto our heat-proof mats. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to add the aluminium balls to our conical flask. As it all reacts together, the hydrochloric acid in the solution there will just get rid of the oxide layer on our aluminium, which allows our aluminium and copper to react. Now, our aluminium is more reactive in the reactivity series than copper chloride. So the aluminium will displace the copper out of the copper chloride, which means we'll get aluminium chloride forming and copper as a solid metal forming. And we'll be able to see that at the end of the reaction. Because we've also got that hydrochloric acid there to get rid of our aluminium oxide layer on the aluminium foil, We'll also have hydrogen being produced. Now, the hydrogen is what we're going to ignite to create our northern lights, to light the way for Santa. So, I'm going to add the aluminium foil into our solution, and you should start to see it react quite quickly. Just give it a stir. You can probably already see it going quite dark. And can you start to see the hydrogen coming off as well? Now, the best way to see this is if we turn the lights off. Now, what we need to do is ignite the hydrogen that's coming off, and we should see our northern lights, which will light Santa's way to our house to deliver our presents. Just going to ignite. And there's our northern lights flickering away. Lovely blue-green colour. Sometimes get it going a few times. And this will light the way for Santa to come and deliver our presents. And they really do look like the Northern Lights. And we might even be able to get it to go one more time. We can also show the pupils at the end the copper. There we go. So you can now see the copper forming nicely as well in there. So that's the Northern Lights, the second of our chemistry demonstrations for Christmas, linked into our theme of Santa Claus is coming to town. In the next video, we'll be looking at how Santa Claus gets his reindeer to fly.